What is up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing here a deck profile for my Hatterene deck. This is actually a Hatterene deck mixed in with a bit of a surprise, but with that being said, I would like to remind you guys to drop a like, share, comment and subscribe, and also hit that bell notification as well. It really does mean a lot. And without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so starting off here, we're playing 3 copies of Hatterene. That kind of makes sense for you guys obviously because this is a really interesting card. It does very meniscus kind of damage. It only deals 100 damage here for a very cheap cost of course, but even so it is something that is definitely not worth playing 4 copies of. But Hazard Sensor is definitely an amazing card because you are always going to be confusing your opponent's Pokemon no matter what, as long as they keep attacking your Hatterene. It's definitely really amazing. Your Hatterene's at 150, so it could get knocked out, but even if it gets knocked out, you're still going to confuse your opponent's Pokemon. Now of course, for the evolution line, that means we're also going to be playing here 1 copy of Hatterene and 3 copies of Hatterene. This is pretty much how you play a stage 2 lineup with only 3 copies of the stage 2 itself. So here we have the actual surprise. This is a Galarian Obstagoon, the one with Wicked Ruler. So this is actually the one that came in Champion's Path, not the one that came out in Rebel Clash. So don't get confused with the two, but in this particular variant, this particular Obstagoon essentially just depletes your opponent's hand using the Wicked Ruler ability, because this card will essentially just stay in your bench and let itself build up with energy, and using Hatterene as your main attacker. As a result, Galarian Obstagoon can constantly just keep your opponent at 4 cards in the hand. It's definitely going to be quite troublesome for them, so they're definitely going to be working with the most minimal amount of resources. But having this out is definitely amazing because its attack is Knuckle Impact. 3 colorless energy and you can deal 180 damage. That is definitely very powerful. It can't attack the next turn, but you're easily going to switch it out back into your Hatterene again as your main attacker and just dealing more damage. Together the two deal 280 damage, which is definitely a whopping amount that will ensure yourself to knock out a lot of Pokemon, including ADP. That goes without saying that we're going to be playing here the 1 copy of Galarian Linoone and the 3 copies of Galarian Zigzagoon as well. Also really amazing cards because the Zigzagoon also allows you to ping your opponents for 10 damage, so if you really need to, you could definitely use it in that particular manner. Next up, for supporting Pokemon, I didn't want to play too many of the multi-prizes, so these are the only 2 I'm playing. I'm playing here Crobat V as well as an Eldegoss V. Both cards definitely do the job. They're really amazing and they allow you to pretty much do whatever you want while keeping yourself at the safest option by playing only 2 copies of the multi-prizes cards. Now as for single prizes support, we're going to be playing here 2 copies of the Oranguru, essentially allowing us to change the cards we need in our hand, definitely working out really well for us. Now onto items, we're going to be playing here 4 copies of Quick Ball. That should come as no surprise to you guys because every single deck with a basic Pokemon will want to incorporate 4 copies of the Quick Ball to maximize the search. We are also going to be playing here 4 copies of Rare Candy because we're playing 6 stage 2s here in this particular deck. As a result, playing 4 Rare Candies is definitely very crucial. Because we're playing in stage 2 deck, we definitely have to play Evolution Incense, getting us the cards we need. We're also going to be playing here 2 Air Balloon. As I said, the Obstagoon can't attack after it attacks that turn, so we're going to have to retreat it somehow. The Air Balloon definitely works out. Otherwise, the Air Balloon also attaches itself to the multi-prizes, allowing them to retreat as well, which is definitely fantastic. Sometimes you just need them to take the hit. Next up, for some more board manipulation, we're going to be playing 4 copies here of Switch, an absolutely amazing card. We are also going to play here 4 copies of the Escape Rope, absolutely amazing as well, definitely does the job. And with that many manipulation of the switching Pokemon there, you could definitely work off a really amazing way of getting the right Pokemon out on the active zone and dealing the right amount of damage you actually need to. I'm also going to be playing here one copy of Ordinary Rod because I believe sometimes you need to return back your resources to reutilize them. And as for supporting cards, we're going to be playing here 2 copies of Marnie as well, getting the cards we need but also disrupting our opponents. Next up, we're playing here 2 copies of Boss's Orders, more ways to manipulate the board and disrupt our opponent. And I'm also going to be playing here 4 copies of the Professor's Research, an absolutely amazing card to just speed up the deck. Because this is a dark deck, we're going to be playing here 4 copies of Peers. Yes, one of them's a rainbow, but yeah, it's definitely something that is very crucial for this deck as it could search out your Obstagoons really easily. We're also going to be playing here the 4 copies of Hiding Energy, allowing our Obstagoon to pretty much retreat with 0 cost whatsoever, as well as our Crobat V. We're also going to be playing here Twin Energy. Now I'm only playing 3 copies because I believe that's all we really need since we only have 3 Obstagoons anyway, so it definitely suffices. I'm also going to be playing here the Capture Energy, allowing us to get more Pokemon to the bench from the deck when we attach it, and it works incredibly well when it comes to Hatterene because she has at least 1 colorless energy as a requirement, while the Galarian Obstagoon can play multiple. To wrap things up, we want to make the Hatterene actually viable, so in this particular case, I'm going to be playing here at least 3 copies of this basic Psychic Energy, definitely works out for the deck. You can also play the Psychic Horror Energy, that could definitely work as well, but I just don't have the copies of the cards, but if I did, I would definitely play it. So this was essentially the deck profile for my Hatterene Obstagoon deck. I'm sure you guys might be very surprised, but this is something that has worked out really well for me. It's one of the earliest decks I've actually experimented with and tested out. I'm very pleased with how it's turned out. So with that being said, definitely leave me your thoughts as to what you think about this deck and tell me how you actually go testing it out. But with that being said, thanks for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you all next time.